Hi. I wanted to begin by giving recommendations of books to read. Then I'll get into recommendations of other things, but let's begin with that. First, I would recommend two books about understanding what the world is right now. How did we get here? If you want to do anything to do with the future, first you have to understand the flow of events, the flow of sequences that led you to now. That's the history. So if you want a more uh, historical, social aspect of that, Homo sapiens is the book to read. That will definitely get you an idea about how we got here on a much larger scale. And if you want to get a more pragmatic and a more current and a more economic view of how we got here, because evolution taken forward is just economics. I would definitely recommend The Third Pillar by Raghuram Rajan. That will bring you up to speed about what's happening today, what were the problems we faced over the last few decades, few centuries, few millennia, and how they were solved and how you can apply them going forward. So those two books should get you caught up to today. Talking about self improvement, two books that come to my mind are Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits taught me a lot about how to build habits. I don't really use it in a very, like, you can't just apply the four steps. Like, it's not very easy to just apply it. It would be pretty stupid to just apply it blindly. But it gave me a mental model. It just taught me how to think about things and about what I do and what my habits actually are. And then the other book would be The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That helped me decide what my habits should be. So that decide helped me decide what my habits should be, and then Atomic Habits taught me how I can make them my habits and like what's the process behind it. If you want to get into more into theory, you can read Everything Is Fucked by Mark Manson, but it's okay, it's not that. But Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck is very practical. I've read it multiple times. And then talking more about studious topics, everyone should read math, economics, and stats. That's for sure. That's three subjects I love as well. Just like as a preface to all of this, everyone should also read Constitution of India. Just gives you a better idea about what's going on, and just makes me feel proud and patriotic about like Satyamev Jayate, the three lions, and everything. The Ashoka Circle, Ashoka Pillar, things like that. Apart from the Constitution, uh, advanced, also intermediate microeconomics by Hal Varian. That just like summarized everything I had studied from A to Z about from like that definitely will not get you up to the depth of economics as like you might think, but if you already know about economics, it just like consolidates and puts it all together. It was a really good read. It was like 800 pages or something. After that, of course, Don Bush's Macroeconomics, much lighter read, not that interesting, but like it just has to be done so that you actually have a better idea about what you're talking about when it comes to like macroeconomics and finance as a whole. Apart from economics, I would definitely suggest reading, suggest to everyone actually that get a hold of calculus first from Khan Academy, just like pre-calc and calc stuff. Like calc 1 is really good, is really well explained by him. And then after that, read a geometric approach to linear algebra that just changed the way I thought about what math is. My first good introduction to like the math major. So yeah, calculus and linear algebra are like basics of mathematics. And then of course you round it all off. The third subject, stats. Um, there's a book, Statistical Inference. That one's great. It's an American textbook for stats. And then the Indian good stats textbook would be S.C. Gupta's Fundamentals of Mathematics Statistics. That gave me a pretty well-rounded view of mathematics. Just like two very different ways of presenting the same thing essentially, gives you a much well-rounded look into the subject. Following with the theme, expanding it broadly, I would highly recommend everyone to go for Xbox or PS. I just feel like the open model is here to stay, here to win. It has always won. Windows has always been really good in the past. Xbox is the way to go over PS5. Uh, Pixel, Google Pixel specifically, it's much better than iPhone. Stick to Android. It's the better of the two. Yeah, and Pixel Buds. Have my watch coming up next month. Excited for that. Gonna begin with sleep tracking and tracking my workouts. So yeah, those are my recommendations for life. Just choices you make. Definitely listen to the one I gave about books. The rest is up to you.